I think in general that's how markets work, right? There's seasons.
Yeah.
After summer, at some point, winter comes, and now we're having spring. So I think in general, I think it's good that realism sort of came back. I think there was a time at crypto where things were really imaginary, and you looked at it and you realized something is already wrong. And sort of then reality kicked in, maybe a bit too harsh, to sort of a very strong hangover. And it feels now we're getting out of it. So people are calling crypto spring in. I think we just hit like a 6-month top of Bitcoin, which is a great sign for the entire industry. And we also see a lot of crypto companies here, a lot of blockchain companies here at the next web. I mean, it is eventually, a part of technology that's bringing sort of the internet of value, and that needs to connect more into the entire internet industry rather than being a separate industry.
Yeah. We very much focus on adoption, right? And so automotive and mobility is a very big one for us, because we want to enable the car to be an autonomous agent, basically being able to pay for services, sell data, and that is exactly what we've partnered up with JLR for, because they've been working independently to develop a car wallet, right? So what they envision is that the car automatically then sells data, right? For example, that there's a pothole, there's something wrong on the street, there's traffic and so on and so forth, and you can then automatically sell that. And then the future vision is really that the car itself can then pay for the charging station, can pay for the toll station, everything autonomously, right? And so that's pretty much the vision, right?
So how does that connect? Is it similar to TeslaNet? Are you a competitor of TeslaNet, basically?
No, what we focus on, we want to be the backbone, right? We want to be this interoperable layer, because what Tesla is, it's this gated ecosystem, right? Tesla for example, a good example is what Tesla does with AI, right? They have their own system whereby the cars share the AI data in their own network, and as such the Tesla cars become more efficient, right? But the actual vision is that all of the machines constantly share data, because only through that we make a smart network, right? And so that is our vision, to be this data layer and to be this value layer for these vehicles, for these machines to actually share this data and be incentivized to do that, right? Because what is the incentive of a Tesla car to share data with a JLR car, right?
Yeah.
You need to have a payment there.
So you're saying you can work with like maybe 10 different brands and solve the incentives problem of cars communicating with each other.
Exactly, like the incentives problem of this machine economy. And
how do you avoid the car paying another car to kill someone?
I don't think that's gonna. So you control it via access control.
Okay.
I don't think that's gonna be an issue.
You heard that Facebook.
I think the bigger issue is the car becoming a trader, speculator. It's one of the sponsors of the next web, so I'm not gonna say that.
I got it. I know who it is.
I think it would be Jon Snow, probably, because he's sort of the underdog who is being mistreated by others, but then actually is very much focused on solving those problems.
But he might die in the next episode.
Everything can happen, right? Which character is eToro? Holder?
No, we're the bank.
You're the bank. You're the. Community is the most important part of distributed ledger, because there's this quote or this saying that it's easy to copy a technology, it's very hard to copy an ecosystem, right? And especially because everything is open source, you can just make a fork. And that's why it's very important that you actually focus on building an ecosystem around, so that's really people that are enthusiastic and passionate about these projects. And you said it before, right? Most of the holders of these cryptocurrencies are really passionate about the technology, and they want to build with it. And I think that's what we've done a really excellent job at really building an ecosystem around IOTA, so that people actually create startups.
How well funded is the IOTA Foundation today?
So one thing that we did, which in hindsight might have been bad, not bad, but compared to Ripple or Stellar, we didn't take any pre-mine, right? So 100% was issued to the in the ICO, where we raised only $500,000. And so what we then did is we went to the community and said, hey, please donate money if you want to have a foundation. So people donated money, around 5% of the supply. So right now we have about $30 million in tokens.